see the Ipomia batatas?
Oh, sorry, underwear. What?
Ipomia batatas. All right, here we go. I'm going to start back here and I'm going to cut some of this back because this is choppy up.
I
Now be
don't
careful right here because you see what this is.
Is a black locust down there?
This is a pink soba buckwheat.
No,
Yeah, that's
oh.
a black locust. That's a safflower. That's a pink soba buckwheat.
Right.
All right. Okay, I'll mulch around the buckwheat. I'll
Make
mulch
it
around
easier
the
to
buckwheat.
find it later.
Yeah.
Just squash it. No.
This is the that's the lamb's quarter that I'm going to let go to see one of the two. That's a third one.
They were hanging out.
Hey, I wasn't planning to have that many. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Oh no. Well, it's biomass. Ooh.
What?
Those are a little bit on the purplish side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't even look. Darn you. You didn't even look. Pink and
Anyway.
purple.
Anyway.
Damn, look at all those, whatchamacallit, grasshoppers. Look at all those grasshoppers right there.
All right, so I'm going for this Ipomia batatas back here, and I want
Look at those grasshoppers.
to get all the grass pulled out around it, get the weeds gone, and then we're gonna chop and drop some of this alfalfa.
Why are
and
the
such.
grasshoppers all over here when they can be eating grass somewhere else?
I don't know.
Because we don't hardly have any
'Cause
grass.
this is where the nutritious stuff is. Now, where are you? Oh, I see it. Okay.
Why are they called grasshoppers then? They're not eating grass.
All right. Sure. There's the okra there. That's a radish.
Not an okra?
That's some borage
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can get the sun. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this little one. You want to eat that?
Sure. I got places to hold put stuff.
I'm gonna put this by my
Mer.
feet for the moment. Because I'm trying to get to. Oh my goodness, I lost you. Where are you? Okay, there you are. Yeah, this radish gotta go too.
Is it pork tenderloin? Okay, we can only use so many radishes. Oops, don't step in.
You only want so many radishes.
You can pickle them.
You can pickle
I buy jars of kimchi.
Sure.
When you get done, halfway
Grass
down to
here,
when they get
and
halfway
then you
done,
have
in the kimchi jar, I throw in
Alright,
pickled
so-
mustard and pickled other vegetables.
that.
So I still get more kimchi.
Fennel or dill or whatever that is right there. That's this at.
Oh, my eye, really?
There we go. Now,
What is it?
there is an Ipomia batatas right there.
I can't see your hands in the way.
A Borgo officinalis.
What is it? What is that in
there.
English?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Really?
Yes. Sweet
Cute, cute, cute.
Here,
Potatoes.
cut around. There, you can see them a little bit better now.
So sweet potatoes?
Sweet potato. Sweet potato.
Cute, so cute.
And what is this?
Focus, phone,
Oh,
focus.
this is. I think this is an okra.
You got an okra?
And there's an okra right there.
Ah,
And I think there's an okra over here too. Here,
they're so tiny.
Get you,
What are you? Where'd you go?
get you your own little
Oh, I
space.
flew off.
There we go.
There's pink. Oh, there's another purple one over here. I think it's more purplish.
So this is okra
Purple?
here. Coming
Oh,
up.
yep, okra. Yes. Yes.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Giant,
Pumpkin, I think.
giant something.
It's a pumpkin, I think.
But I can't remember.
I can't remember whether it's a squash or a pumpkin. And I think it's a pumpkin.
Somebody,
I'm pretty sure.
there's a purple radish right here. I'm standing in your clover. Whoopsie.
There's a what?
Purple flowered.
Oh, okay. Radish, purple.
Not the radish. You can't see the radish. They probably have purple radishes. I don't know.
Oh, you mean the flowers are purple?
Yeah. Where'd my
So anyway, yeah, I wanted to
Marie's-
get back here and clear out around that sweet potato. I will clear out there too.
She was looking kind of sad this morning.
Yeah, looks a little bit better now. But this is the one. This is the one that had the issues with the vine borer repellent, and it burned the stems. See where it came into contact there? It kind of burned that one. Burned that one all the way through.
Oh.
So you have to be.
you gotta keep it on the woody part?
Well, it's got to be on the woody part, or maybe I need to dilute that formula. I certainly don't want to be sending it out there and having people play with it in their gardens right now whenever at the moment it may kill your squash.
I did
So,
notice it was boxed up and not going anywhere.
yeah, that's why I didn't ship it. I was like, okay.
Hey, Brian, just forget I said that.
Well,
You try it first.
it's still a good idea, but let me play with it a little bit longer before I send it out there and start bragging about it, okay?
Yeah, that would be horrible. You
Yeah.
kill somebody's vegetables. That'd just be awful.
Apply sparingly. All right, lots and lots and lots of alfalfa here, so I'm just going to cut the tops off. I'm going to get in a little bit deeper, closer to the base of cocoa here, the jujube tree, and
Oh, I
try
see
to be
cocoa.
careful with the squash.
Ours
Make
is
sure we
so
don't
little.
cut the squash, huh?
But the
Yeah,
fruit's gonna be
there's little tiny flowers, small fruit, not huge, but
Lots of them though. Looks
yeah,
like
the size of a date, perhaps. You know,
it's gonna be like fruity like a mulberry tree.
All right,
It's
so
just gonna go crazy. You better hope you like them because you're gonna get a bunch of them all at once.
the flavor of cocoa jujube is said to be a bit like coconut, which is why it's cocoa. It came from a little nursery in Crimea.
Aww.
Yeah,
Before they got bombed.
yeah, before the Ukrainians attacked.
Jeez. And then they got invaded by Russia. They're getting shit from both sides. I mean,
Well,
Good thing this video's not made for
invaded
kids.
by Russia. They were under Russian protection for
oh yeah, the
the
Minsk,
past few thousand years.
the Minsk
Well, I mean, not that, at
agreements.
least a few hundred years. From from a long time before that, back from whenever the area was liberated from the Ottoman Empire.
That's why there's some Muslims there to this day.
Yeah.
So Putin had to say, and Christians, Muslims, and Jews.
Yep.
Ottomans got all the way
Because-
up in there. And it's probably more like the original Islam than the Wahhabism or whatever they got going on now.
Who knows?
Because they were so peaceful. And when the Middle Easterners went up to help the Bosnians, one of their complaints is, why don't white Muslims fight?
Like, well,
Fight
who?
back.
Fight who? Fight what?
The Christians that were genociding them.
Oh, were they being genocided? Oh.
They called it a Bosnian
In that case,
war,
they should have.
Yeah, they called it a Bosnian war, but only one side was fighting, so it was a little hard for my mom to explain to me. He's like, oh, what?
In that case, they should, because I read Quran too, and according in the context that I read, it is perfectly acceptable to fight back when somebody
Because
is
they weren't Polish.
persecuting you in accordance with your beliefs.
Because they weren't Polish
But
Muslim, that's why.
attacking people unprovoked the way, well, I mean, I guess they feel that they're provoked, but in reality, what they are doing is attacking people that have no knowledge of any crime being committed until you show up and go, hello, Hushnakbar, and boom, you know. It's creating,
Is that a carrot?
no,
Something.
either fennel or dill, and I don't know, I just sprinkled a whole bunch of it in.
You
So if I
just
see it, I'll just try
you
to
just
avoid
put
it.
seeds everywhere and try to keep which ones look the best
Yeah, I plant a whole bunch of seeds.
and hope for the best.
You know, some fall, some fall on the rocky soil, and they
Okay.
find no purchase.
Or they do.
You know this story.
Well, the rocky soil gives you
I'll
water
just-
for a day.
I'll just be quiet then.
I think there's the rocky soil gives you water for a day.
Rocky soil is good for gathering water and directing it to fertile ground
Yeah.
and to make ground fertile.
But there's always those seeds that just happen to fall in the worst places, and you're like, well,
So
maybe we'll make
I
it, maybe we won't.
suppose if you were looking for life
Oh,
lessons,
mosquito.
when you find yourself in times of rocky soil, look for the direction that the water will take you to bring
Right.
you to life.
So that way your little seed will grow. Just have to grow somewhere else, downstream.
There you go.
More fennel, more dill, something.
That's more fennel, more dill, something right there. Yeah, and it's starting to look a little bit more substantial.
Just
So,
real.
so the last time I cut around it and chopped and dropped around it and sort of favored it a bit because I want it to grow and not the weeds. Oh, sorry.
There's no such thing as weeds. They're just plants we haven't figured out what they're good for.
And right
yet.
here we've got a couple. Was it a couple or is it one?
Trees.
That is a silver maple. Let's grab some clover around the silver maple.
You
and
trying to
just-
keep the silver maples?
Yeah, I'll let it go ahead and grow up, and then.
I thought we
I'll-
were trying to get rid of them. It's the big
Oh,
one.
Well, no, I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm
at
gonna
least the
move
big
him,
one.
I'm gonna move him along here before too long into his own little apartment in a bag in a kiddie pool
Because they're weeds and you're trying to sell off your weeds.
by my weeds.
Them and red beds. Oh my gosh.
Well, silver maple at a price of $15, $10 shipping and handling is a better price for a silver maple than you'll get just about anywhere else.
Wait, people
So-
pay for that?
Yeah,
They just grow everywhere.
it's a rapid growing shade tree,
Yeah,
biomass producer.
yeah, it drops a lot of sticks.
If you are inclined to do so, you may tap it for sap. It's about half as sweet as a sugar maple, but still a perfectly acceptable thing to get sap from. It's not that you can't tap it for sugar. It's just there is better for sugar if you're looking for something for specifically for getting sugar for. But silver
good to
maple
know.
has its
Oh
other.
no, you're knocking the flowers off. They're sticking to your arm.
Oh darn. Silver maple has its own individual charms, so there are other
Bugs.
reasons why you might want it.
I might want to go
Which
get
I'll explain in detail
in a minute.
www.greencountryagriforestry.com. Resources where we display our entire catalog and describe
And I'm gonna have to
species
run.
at length.
Bugs are getting me.
And Mary smells like a flower.
No, I smell like
Irresistible.
sweat. And I'm wearing shorts and a tank top, and I'm getting
irresistible
eaten by bugs.
to
They're
biting
eating my
themselves.
salt. No, they're eating my salt.
well,
Mosquitoes some.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's all your little flies everywhere. I'll be right back.